You know what? It's very, very hard to put in the words at the minute. I'm going to have to watch it back and feel it again because that was probably the best. I can't put it in words. The best night of my sporting career so far.
The ring walk kind of come in as well. Like it was like a long attack and a couple of changes as well. And
Yeah.
exploded a bit and kind of coming in with like 10,000 people and you were doing everything just right behind you. I mean, just what was happening.
You know what? All day, I'm gonna be honest. I was nervous. It was the unexpected for me because I've experienced big atmospheres already in my career, but I knew this would be different, and it was a bit of the unknown and daunting at times during the day. And I was a bit more serious today, if I'm honest. And then even in this change room when we were in here, I was more serious. Was focused and I was raring to go from the start. He kept having to tell me to calm down and relax and slow down my warm up and stuff because I was ready to go, and his experience is that from his side. But once I arrived in that early changing room and I heard a noise, it was like the debut all over again. I felt I'm home, and I added up. I enjoyed the ring walk. I savoured it. I bloody sang on my way to the ring, and even in the ring I was singing. So I loved it, and as soon as I got in the ring, I got a bit of moving, finished singing a wee bit, and then I locked eyes, and it was game time. And I think if anybody's seen from ringside, I had just a steely focus staring at him.
I know you across the switch there a little bit. So you kind of switch back and forth a few times.
Yeah.
More times than actually normally you switch once, not like that they did, but actually switch kind of back and forth a few times.
Yeah, listen, Ruiz is no joke. I made him look more normal than what he actually is. I think I know. Listen, I know I'm not the biggest puncher in the world, but I have power to get respect from people, and I think from the first jab, he had to respect me, and that's what it was. That was kind of I stung him with it, and then he didn't really want to commit too much. But as I broke him down and started to switch more, when I switched early, he was kind of on it. He knew I was going to switch. But as the kid get on and I ended up hurting my hand, I think 4 or 5, maybe even 6 it was. So it made me have to switch a bit more because it was actually hurting me jabbing. It only hurt it because I was catching him jabs the whole time, and on the top of his head too. So actually hurting my hand was probably a better thing because it put me in the position which I needed to be in to get the finish.
You find yourself again, Michael, having to chase an opponent.
Yeah.
I think you can be even more impressive when actually you have somebody who is going to come.
Well, we thought. Listen, I've thought everybody who's meant to come at me is meant to come at me, but he kind of had a bit more ambition than the rest of them who have been in there. But as I says, I know I'm not the biggest puncher in the world, but I have enough of my shots to make people respect me and not commit and not just rush forward.
Taking it to an opponent?
I think so. Listen, I think, when I was in there, I had to figure some things out. And actually, the hurt my hand made me actually get in there a bit more and stick in a bit lower and sink in those body shots. So, it was good to actually get it done because I can do it in the gym all the time. And I probably perform better than that in the gym. But, that doesn't matter because you have to do it under the lights, and tonight was a high pressure situation, and I was able to go in and pull it out.
What do you think that's the big long lead with left hand, especially? He actually knows that kind of sort of check too.
Yeah.
Tagged a few times. That's the first time you're really being tagged from his approval, or that's
Listen, it's boxing. You can't go out in the rain without getting wet, so I don't think I was hit too often because I feel really fresh. Usually when you come out of a fight, even if you don't get hit, sometimes your head and everything is sore, so I don't even feel that. I actually feel really good. He didn't bother me at all. And he has near as much knockouts as I have fights, so it was good. Listen, I'm happy. It was good. You have to experience being hit in there because, in fairness, you're right. I haven't been hit much, and I actually said to Adam, I'm actually going to probably get hit in this one. What's going on? It gives me a bit more nerves.
That's the thing. Like, what does it do for your career, really? Like, not even just the fight, but the experience, the whole thing. You actually got the whole kind of soaking sort of thing in, dealing with that sort of pressure, dealing with that everything, which the opponent
Yeah.
Take it away, practice, what's the finish?
I think it does a lot because it's not even about the opponent, it's not even about the performance. It's about getting in there and performing in those high pressure situations. Not many people ever experience atmospheres like that, and when they do, it's sink or swim. And a lot of people do sink. So I know I have that. I've known I've had that, but the fact that I went in there and got the performance and got the guy out of there, I think I needed to get him out of there to kind of seal a good one, and I did. I'm happy.
What do you feel like it was now, Michael, in terms of the work center?
If I'm honest, I could sit here and I could start saying what's next and who's next and what I want to do next, but I'm not even going to today because I go on holiday on Tuesday. This was probably the best, as I said, the best night of my sporting career so far. And if you don't savour nights like this, your career goes in the blink of an eye. So the fact that this has happened, I don't need to think about what's next. I know how good I am. I know where I can be in the next year. So there's no point in me shouting and screaming right now when I've just spent 4 months of my life training hard, and people are going to go, what's next? You know what I mean? There's no point in even thinking like that yet.
Let's be good as well. I mean, you fight in 2017, fight 2018, this is the second in 2019. Is it sort of that sort of stage where longer camps, learning more in the gym, bigger fights?
You know what? There would have been 3 by this stage because we're meant to box June, but that was kind of put back for the Nikitin fight because he was going to box June too, but it would have been risk of him being cut and injured, so we kind of put that one back. But who knows? There could be a few more this year.
Sman says well, and says well, as well. Like, so it's like a flex sort of switched, and it's come a bit that they're really kind of planned on trying to put together sort of and obviously that it all kind of.
Yeah, listen, this was. I felt the last 6-7 months with Adam this year, really, everything we've been working on has kind of came in as one, and the understanding of everything together. Him knowing all my abilities and teaching me the things that I need to do and perfecting the things which I need to perfect. We've been working on strenuously in the gym all the time, and it's the days I said to him one day, like, I love the hard training sessions where you're busting yourself, but there's been about 10 sessions, maybe more, in this camp where I've actually texted him after saying it was just technical, and it wasn't like high energy or anything. I texted him, says that's probably the best session I've ever done in my life, and it wasn't one where you busted yourself. It was just learn. I felt the learning in this one has been different. My attitude has been different, which is probably the main thing. I've thought about it and said, listen, boxing's a short career. I have her, I have him. So much stuff happens, so much tragedies happen in boxing nowadays, which are happening recently. So, make the most while you can, and then get out.
Your assessment, Adam, of the performance?
I think it was his best performance to date. It was actually a bit too comfortable. I thought where his jab was so efficient and effective at the start of the fight, it kept Ruiz at bay, but it also kept Michael at bay. So he then couldn't find the next position to be hurtful. So made a couple of little adjustments with his head movement just to get a little bit closer, to be more hurtful to the body. He says he's not a puncher, but he is a hell of a body puncher. Everyone he spars with, if he hits them to the body, they're always hurt. He's a much harder puncher to the body than he is in the head. And what we're doing is we're working on sort of southpaw and orthodox stuff in the gym constantly, so he can box long and fight in the inside. And I think that today there were moments where he's showing now that what I'm seeing in the gym is starting to show out under the spotlights. And for me, that's the exciting thing, because he's ready for that step up to the next level.
And is the next level, we're talking a top 10 opponent then?
Well, if we look at it realistically, he's top 20. Michael's top 20, and so now we look at who the opponents are in and around that level that are going to be able to ask more questions than Ruiz did today, because he's dealt with this level that easily, that cleanly. So it's time to take the next step and do the same thing at the next level. I'm going to take a leaf out of his book, because he wants to enjoy the moment and just let everything resonate from tonight. So I'm going to join him in that and not answer that question.
Would you be on board for the March World title fight then?
Pardon?
Like the March World title date, Nick has like, he wants to be
I'll refer to my previous statement. We're going to
Can you put the bed with Bob suggested on BT Sport? At some stage you fight Frampton. Can you put that one?
Yeah, put it at the bed. Put it at the bed. That's not happening. It's happening. Me and Carter are friends, and it's just not. It wouldn't be right for the city. So that's not happening.
You said yourself, as a career that usually here of gym and stuff, but making money was also making memories. You made some memories tonight, like.
Listen, see, tonight for me and my whole family, and for the whole of the city, really. But especially for me and my family, my parents. I don't know how proud they actually feel, because I'm very, very proud of this. But like, it's not just me. Jamie, my own brother, two boys from Cavendish Street, from 93 Cavendish Street, went out there and done that tonight and put on probably one of the best atmospheres the city has seen. So I don't think you'll see an atmosphere like that in boxing ever again.
Well, maybe
Well,
next year. There's
You know what? You can never beat the first time. You can never beat the first time. First time, Falls Park. No, I probably had a few for digs here, and I probably had a few kickings here. So the fact that I've come out victorious this time is better.
You can have them in terms of tempting big name opponents, or you can have big fights here, like world title fights.
They've just shown tonight. Look what can be achieved on your own doorstep. We don't have any purposely built arenas, but this arena is just made for this event for tonight, and it's not always going to be here, but it can be set up. So it's amazing. You've seen it. How much did Carl have when he boxed in Titanic? It was 15 or something, or maybe more. Was it, David? 16. That's special. Like, so, those are the nights. These are the nights I get in boxing for. This atmosphere and this feel is the nights I've really turned pro. My dream was always to be an Olympic champion. It was never to be a world champion. But when you're in the amateur game for so long, and you be in the arsehole of nowhere in Baku, and there's 10 people there, and none of them are even supporting you, it's not nice, and you're probably fighting for world title. You know what I mean? But you come here and you get atmospheres like this. People. You can't buy that. You really can't buy that. That's a memory which will last me forever.
Michael, you just said that there's no purpose-built stadiums, but down the road there's a stadium lying vacant. What would it be like to sit in Casement Park in front of 30?
If you had told me like what you'll box in Casement Park one day, I'd have believed you. I would never have believed you to Falls Park. So Casement Park has always been a dream for me. My God, if that was done, that would be unbelievable. But hopefully, and I hope it's done in my career span. I hope it's done within that time. But let's get the bloody ball rolling.
2 years time.
2 years. 2 years time would be unbelievable. World title defence, because I'll be world champion by then.
Thanks, Will.
Good stuff. Cheers, lads.